Hi Sheila. Right, everyone's just logging in. Hello everybody. Welcome to my final Facebook Live class. And if you're doing this live, then well done, because it's a very, very hot evening. We're going to be using the Pilates ball this evening, so if you just want to make sure that you've got that to hand, and if you've not got a Pilates ball, then you can grab yourself a little cushion, or you can roll up a little folded towel and pop a bobble around that. Okay, so we're just waiting for a few more people to join, and then we'll get cracking. As always, if it's your first time joining, then please do enjoy. Take your time and exercise as you feel comfortable, and if anyone's carrying any injuries, then I want you to just take your time and just move as you feel comfortable. Okay, so we'll just give everyone a few more seconds to get on, and then we'll get cracking. Okay. Hi Karen, it certainly is a hot one indeed. Hi Amy. Lovely. Right ladies, it is a hot one, so make sure you've got some water to hand, and we'll just slowly start getting warmed up, so don't worry, I've been quite kind for the final session. Lots of mobility work, lots of stretching work, with a little bit of strength work thrown in for good measure. Okay, so we'll get going. I want you to just start with the ankles, knees and hips all stacked on top of each other, and as always, just take a moment to just have a think about our posture. So we want to ensure that we've got that nice neutral pelvic position. We want the shoulders relaxed away from the ears, and just have a go at stretching that little bit taller. So thinking about the crown of the head having that little piece of string, and it's just drawing us up. Okay, and let's just close the eyes, and just to begin with, to help us settle and focus on the class ahead, we're just going to take 4 deep breaths. So taking that breath in through the nose, and then out through the mouth. In through the nose, and out through the mouth. And just 2 more at your own time. And then just beginning to open the eyes up slowly, and beginning to create that movement by rolling the shoulders. So just loosening up the shoulder, the upper back area. And we're just going to go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking it up into our arm circles. So reaching those fingertips up, and then stretching the hand wide. Nice bigger reach up, and then stretching wide. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. So with each arm reach, trying to go that little bit further, that little bit wider if we can, feeling the chest muscles open up, those upper back muscles open up. 3 more here. 2 more. And then final one here. And we're going to hold those hands out at shoulder level. Again, just check the hands level with the shoulder, elbows nice and soft. From here, we're going to take both hands into center position. We're going to open up that right hand, and back to center, and then that left hand, and back to center. So just again, really stretching and opening up the chest muscles, keeping that length through the neck and spine as we go. Exhaling as we open. Inhaling to close. Exhaling. Inhaling. Last one on each side. Super. And when we come back to center, this time we're going to open both hands. So nice big chest stretch. Squeeze those shoulder blades and release. And again, nice big chest stretch. Big squeeze in the shoulder blades and release. So still keeping that length through the neck, through the spine. Exhaling as we open. Inhaling to release. Exhaling. Inhaling. 3 more here. Inhaling. 2 more. Brilliant. And on that final one, I want you to hold it out. Squeeze those shoulders back together for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax those hands down. Give those shoulders a nice roll. And then we're going to take those hands again up to shoulder level. This time we're going to come into our bow and arrow stretch. So with that right hand, we're going to pull the right elbow back. And we're just going to come to rotate the spine. And then reaching that hand forward. Left elbow pulls back. And then reaching forward. So bow and arrow stretch, because it looks like we're pulling our bow and arrow, as we do on a Thursday evening. And as you're doing it, exhale as we pull. Inhale to release. Exhale. Inhale to release. So just some real lovely mobility work to get us going. Everyone's routine, especially my own lately, has been out of the norm. So it's good to just stretch, get those muscles and those joints ready for the exercises ahead. Now we can take it a little bit deeper to stretch with the next couple. As we pull the elbow back, we can open that hand behind and then sweep that hand forward. Drawing that elbow back, we open the hand and then sweep it round to the front. So we pull and come through and pull and through. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling. Last one on each side. Hopefully your back is enjoying that and your mind is. Super. And then release. Lovely. Now we're going to take those feet a little bit wider. Knees just gently softened. And then we're going to take those hands behind the head. So don't worry about interlocking the fingers. We're just going to simply place hands on top of each other. Elbows are just going to gently pointing out to the side and just avoiding any shrugging of the shoulders to the ears. So still keeping that lovely space, okay? Sometimes when we come up to this position, the bottom might want to stick out. So just keep a little check that we're in our nice neutral pelvic position. So from here, we're going to add in some side bends. So keeping our knees nice and still, that movement's going to come from the trunk. So we're slowly bringing the right elbow down to the right side and then coming back to center. Left elbow down to the left side and back to center. So the trick here is to try keeping the legs still. So sometimes it helps to keep those feet really pushing down into the mat to keep ourselves anchored. And elbow wise, we're trying to keep those elbows out to the side and do that movement through the trunk. And if anyone's finding that a little bit too strong, you can simply just keep the hands down by the side and that might feel a little bit better on your shoulder. Okay, we're going to add in a few more. Exhaling as we come over. Inhaling back. Exhaling. Inhaling back. Super. 2 more each way. Brilliant. And last one each way as we exhale. Inhale, return. And final one as we exhale. Inhale, return. Now we're going to hold that position and we're going to add in some rotation movements. So just check it. Pelvis is still in neutral. Elbows are nice and wide. Shoulders relax, that length of the spine. As we twist over to the right side. And then back to center. Over to the left side. And back to center. So again, really feeling that movement coming from the mid-back area, our thoracic spine. Keeping those knees still, keeping those feet anchored to the floor. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Just going to do 2 more each way. And just go as far as you feel comfortable. You should never feel like you're forcing that movement, but sometimes with each one, you go a little bit further. Great. Last one. And then just release those hands down. Give those shoulders a little roll. And then our last little bit of warm up and mobility work we're going to do there. Again, we're going to soften those knees slightly. We're going to take that left hand up into the air. Right hand stays on the hip. We come over into mermaid, so we stretch over to the right side. We hold it there for 3, 2, 1. This left hand then is rolling down towards the floor, taking us into a nice forward fold. And then we're just rolling back up through the spine. Okay, and we're going to go again. So left hand comes up, stretch over to the right and hold. 3, 2, 1. Left hand rolls down and in, and bring yourself into a lovely forward fold. Soft through the knees, chin relax to the chest. Little roll back up. And give those shoulders a roll. And we've just got 2 more on this side. So reach it. Get that length through the rib cage. Can we go a little bit higher? Can we take it over a tiny bit further? Let that arm roll down. Hold it there for a breath or 2 as we roll up and through. And then last time here, reach and lengthen. Soft knees. Over to that right a little bit further if you can. Take that arm down into our forward fold. Chin relax to the chest. Gently uncurling. And when we come back up, let's change it over. So off we go. Right hand up into the air this time, left hand on the hip. Soften those knees. As we reach that right arm over to the left, we hold it. 3, 2, 1. Release the hand down to the floor. Chin relax to the chest. And then slowly uncurl. Shoulders roll back. And again, soften those knees. Reaching that right hand up. Feel that lengthening through the rib cage. Exhaling over. Gently into a forward fold. And again here, you might just want to take a breath or 2. Chin relax into the chest. Gently uncurling. Perfect. And off we go. Big reach. Coming over to that left side. Rolling round. Pausing there for a breath or 2. As we uncurl. Shoulders roll. And final one there, guys. Nice big reach. Soften those knees. Can we go a tiny bit further? Can we release it down? And then uncurl and roll. Good job, guys. Well done. Right, grab a little drink of water. Let's stay well hydrated, as tonight is a very hot night. Right, so we're going to release that back a little bit further. And we're going to come into our roll down exercise. So I want you to stand with your feet hip width apart. And we've got 2 options. If you've done the roll downs before, we can have nice straight legs, and that gives us a great stretch in the hamstrings and the lower back area. Anyone who's new or who's got any issues with hamstrings and lower back, I suggest you just have nice soft knees, and that'll give you a kind of stretch. We're going to keep those hands on the front of the thighs, relax the shoulders, nice big inhale, and as we exhale, we relax the chin to the chest, and we begin to flex through the spine. Now, anyone who's not happy flexing through the spine, I suggest you stay at the knee, and that keeps that back nice and flat. Everyone else is comfortable flexing through the spine. You can go as far as you wish. So you might go to your shin, your ankle, your toes, whatever feels good for you. You can just hold it there, taking a breath or 2, and then when you're ready, you're going to push through those feet, slowly uncurling. Coming back up to the top, giving those shoulders a roll and releasing. And we're going to do 2 more here, guys, and on the final one, we're going to come down to the mat. So pick your option, straight legs, soften knees. We're going to inhale together. We're going to exhale. Chin relax into the chest. Stop at the knees to keep that flat spine. Or if you're happy to, guys, keep it going. And just think about opening up the spine. Giving yourself that gorgeous stretch. And here we can do different things, so we can just keep it here. You might want to do a little reach behind the back. Just further open up the chest area. Then we can release those hands, gently unfurl. And then when you're ready, we're going to do 1 more. Nice big inhale. Exhale. And again, do what feels good. So hold it in your forward bend, or you might like to take those hands behind. And you don't have to lift them as high as me. You might want to keep them lower down, but go with what feels Bring your hands down. We've got the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips, and we're going to go into our cat-cow. So first of all, we're going to let the chin relax to the chest. We're going to round that upper back. We then lift the head to look forward and curl that tailbone under. And just keep that going at your own pace. So round in the back. And then inhaling to look forward. Exhaling as we round. And inhaling to look forward. Brilliant. And let's do 2 more each way. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then I want you to find your center position. And we're going to use our Pilates ball. So, as always, when we're using the Pilates ball, you want it slightly deflated, so you're making a little well. But you can give yourself a challenge, so you can cheat and use the well bit, okay, as I'm going to do this evening, I won't lie. Or we can use the rounded bit, okay? So do what feels comfortable, guys. There's no wrong, there's no right. Obviously, if we're using the rounded bit, it's a lot more challenging, so see how your energy levels are this evening. So we're going to pop that ball onto the lower back, okay? We're going to keep hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And what we're going to do then is we're going to extend our left arm and our right leg behind us, okay? So we're coming into our swimming exercise. Head stay looking down at the mat. And from here, we're going to take that left arm out and the right arm out to the side, halfway, and then slowly back in. So arm goes out, leg goes out, and then back in. So we exhale, arm and leg away. Inhale to return. Exhaling. Inhaling. Now if anyone's finding that too much, regressions are hand on the mat and just focus on the leg. You can always bring arm and leg down, so you're keeping it more close chain, keeping the balance going. Or what you can always do is if your wrists don't feel comfortable there, come down into supported forearm position and we can just focus on that leg movement, okay? So a couple of options there, guys. Keep going for a few more repetitions with what feels good for you. And the idea of having that ball in place is that it's keeping our lower back nice and level, which is giving us that feedback, okay? So as we exhale, we're using those core muscles to control. Inhale to release. 2 more. Inhale, super. Final one. And when we come back in, release that hand and leg, and we're straight over to the other side. So when you're ready, pick your options. So we're either having right arm, left leg away, we're just doing the leg on its own, or we can keep it closed chain, arm and leg over the floor, or again, we can come down to supported forearm movement and work just the leg from that position, if that feels a bit easier from the wrist point of view. Okay, so when we're ready, guys, feel free to reposition that ball, okay, and then we're going to go, so we want left leg, right arm, we're going to exhale them out to the side, inhale back to center, exhale, inhale back, super, and again, what I want you to focus on is keeping that pelvis as level as possible, exhaling, inhaling, super, exhale, inhale, for 5, and 4, and 3, 2 more, brilliant, 1 more, and when we come back in, just relax. Good job, guys. All right, we're going to keep that ball there, straight into another little bit of core strengthening work by curling those toes under, and we're going to come into our prone prep. So making sure we're engaging those tummy muscles for the next series of exercises. I stay down at the mat, and we're trying to keep that ball in place. We inhale to prepare, and as we exhale, we hover those knees up. Hold, 2, 3, inhale, release. So we hover as we exhale. Hold, 2, 3, inhale, release, super. And we're going to keep it going, guys, if we can. If anyone's finding that too strong, then feel free to just keep going with some single leg reaches, okay? And just keep that going alternate legs. Rest of us with that prone prep. Here we go, guys. So we're going to exhale up. Inhale, lower. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. So really key thing is to keep those shoulder blades pulling down the back as we lift those knees and release. And we can keep going at that level there, guys. So the next option, as we hold, we can tap the leg out and in, and keep that going for a couple of times. Okay, so feeling those muscles having to work a little bit more. Okay, the wrists don't feel happy there, guys. What you can do is come down to supported forearms, and again, try and keep that ball nice and level. Woo! Keep it going. Okay, 2 more on each leg for me. Well done. And after that one, guys, just have a little rest. Pop that ball down. Woo! Give those wrists a nice stretch out. Nice and gentle. A little few stretches each way. Okay, we've got one more series in that position, okay guys? So again, pop your ball so your pelvis has got that good feedback. And we're going to take it up a little bit higher. So if the next level feels a bit too much for you, bring it back to the previous levels that we've just done. So we're still focusing on that plank position. Okay, now this time we want those hands a little bit further forward, okay, in the shoulders. We're still curling up on the toes. Engaging the tummy muscles, shoulder blades drawn down. We're going to reach up and lengthen through the body. So we're into high plank. Okay, so options are we can hold it here, or if you're happy to, we're going to try bending that right knee and tapping back. Bending that left knee, tapping back. Right knee, tap. Left knee, tap. Keep it going, guys. Exhaling. Inhale. And if the breathing feels a bit too quick, just breathe as normal, guys, okay? This is too much, guys. You can just come back to a previous level and just have a little lie down on that mat and chill. Okay, for 3 more on each side. 2 more. See if we can keep that ball nice and balanced. Last one. Woo, slowly lower those knees. Pop that ball down and let's stretch it out. So, into that child's pose. We can come onto the forearms, or if you want, stretch those fingertips away. Head down towards the mat. And just let that breath recover. So nice big inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Good job, guys. Okay. Right, let's take it into side lying position. So we're going to get our Pilates ball, and I want you to pop it between both ankles. Okay. So in that position, we want to make sure that the ankles are in line with the hip. And let's check the shoulder position. So, shoulder and elbow are going to be stacked on top of each other. Okay. Now, to begin with, in this position, what's key as well is that we're not just letting the ribs sink into the mat. So really think about bringing those ribs away from your mat, and that's using the waist muscles and oblique muscles. And all we're going to do to begin with is come into our clam level 1. So keeping the ankles together, we're going to lift that top knee up, slowly down. Top knee up, slowly down. So we exhale, open. Inhale, lower. Exhale, open. Inhale, lower. So just starting to use our gluteal muscles a little bit more. Okay. And still keeping those ribs engaged away from the mat. So you should feel just a light little bit of tension around the rib cage area. So we're going to do 2 more, and then we're going to change it up from there. Okay. So we can take it to level 2, where we hover the ankles up off the mat, still squeezing that ball. Knee lifts up and then lowers. So if it feels a bit too much in this position, you can bring yourself down and work from here. So sometimes that can feel a little bit easier, okay, and a little bit looser on the hip. And if level 2 feels too much, then you can simply just bring it down and continue with level 1. Okay. So I want you to keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. between the ankles. You can stay with either of those previous levels if that feels good for you and if it feels better for your shoulder. If you're happy to, we're going to come up into side plank. So take that weight through the arm. From here, guys, we can simply hold it, or if you can, we're going to add in that clamp. So it gets trickier because that ball wants to jump out, okay? So exhaling, inhaling. Brilliant. Keep it going. You can take that hand up and over as well. Lovely. For 5, 4, 3, 2 more. Well done, guys. Last one. Woo, and release. Good job. Let's take it straight over now. So, swapping over. Get that ball in position between the ankles. Okay. And again, we're just going to start with the shoulder and elbow stacked on top of each other. So ankles are in line with the hips. Make sure that the ribs are lifted away from the mat. We're engaging those oblique muscles. And when you're ready, we're going to exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And again, if it feels a little bit too tight at any point, feel free to just lie yourself down on the side, and you might find that that feels a little bit easier on the hip and obviously on your shoulder as well. So if you're happy with level 1, we're going to hover those feet up. Keep that squeeze on the ball or your pillow. We're going to open that knee, slowly lower. So feeling those glutes a little bit more. And again, one side to the other might feel a little bit easier, a little bit harder. We're probably all a little bit hotter, but bear with me, we're nearly there now, guys. Well done. Okay, we've got 4 more left. Keep those ribs engaged. 3 more. 2 more. Last one there. Well done. Let it come down. Adjust that ball if we need to. And again, we can keep going with those previous levels. If your shoulder is happy to, we're going to take it up into side plank, guys. Okay, so when you're ready, up we come. And we're going to keep that little squeeze on the ball as we open and close. Open and close. And again, you can keep your hand on your hip. If you wish to, we can bring that hand overhead. Add in that little bit of challenge. For 5, 4, well done. 3, 2, last one. Woo. And release. Good job, guys. Okay, we're going to lie down and we're going to start to work our abdominal muscles just a little bit more. So we're going to take it into that position where we have our knees bent up. Okay, and we're going to have that ball just between the knees. So we're working our inner thigh muscles. Hands are going to come behind the head again, and elbows are just simply relaxed out. So we want to keep that little squeeze on the ball. And what we're going to do from here is keep that little gap underneath the chest. We're going to slowly just peel the shoulders up the mat, just a tiny little bit, and then slowly release. And at the same time, as we peel the shoulders, we squeeze the ball or pillow, and we slowly release. It's just that very tiny sit-up position. So gentle squeeze as we peel up. Inhale, release. Exhale and squeeze. Inhale, release. Exhale. Inhale. And if anyone's not happy with that little sit-up position, all I want you to do is just to simply keep the feet together, and we're just going to do some gentle knee rolls from side to side. So just some gentle mobility work if you're not happy with that sit-up work, okay? Everyone else, if you're happy with level 1, feel free to keep those knees above the hips for the next round, feet together, and we're going to squeeze that ball. Inhale and lower. Exhale and squeeze. Inhale to lower. Exhale. Inhale. For 3 more. 2 more. Last one. And release. Well done, guys. Okay. So we're going to take it into our hundreds exercise. Now we've warmed up those abdominal muscles a little bit more. So with our hundreds, this is where we breathe in for a count of 5 and we exhale for a count of 5. So a real good way to coordinate all the key muscles with the diaphragm. If anyone gets lost in it, just keep pulsing those arms if you've not done it before. It can get quite confusing.
So I'm going to give you a few variations. The key thing with the hundreds exercise is we keep ourselves in that level pelvis position. Hands are just hovering off the mat a few inches, and then what we're doing is just beating the hands. So it goes to the beat of breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. When we're breathing in, everything can just relax. When we're breathing out, we squeeze on that ball and we exhale, okay? So if in doubt, just keep pulsing and just keep going. Level 1, we can keep our feet on the floor. Level 2, we have the knees over the hips. Level 3, we come up into that little still position. And level 4, we can lengthen through those legs. So I want you to pick a level. If you've not done it before, start with level 1. You can always work up. And likewise, if you're up at the higher levels and you're fatiguing, you can feel your back arching, then come down a level. Okay, so I'm going to start up in tabletop position. Get that ball in position, guys. So shoulders relax away from the ears. Let's start those arm pulses to get us going, and then keep that neck in that neutral position. So when we're ready, we're going to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last time, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax your knees, relax your head. Woo, and pop that ball down. Well done, guys. Give that back a nice little massage, side to side. Let that breath recover. And then just gently hugging the knees into the chest. And then just relaxing those feet down. Well done, guys. Okay, we're going to have a roll on our tummy. And we're just going to do a few little cool down stretches. So we're going to start with our cobra stretch. So we want our hands underneath the shoulders. I'm going to give you 2 options. So option 1 is that we lift the chest and we just hold it here at the forearms, okay? Option 2, we take the hands a little bit further forward, and if you're happy to, we extend the arms fully and we get that lovely stretch through the spine, okay? So as we come up, we're going to exhale and we'll go together. So pick an option that you feel comfortable there. We're going to exhale as we lift up slowly, peeling ourselves up level by level. And then we're inhaling to release. Exhaling as we come up. And then inhaling to release. 2 more here as we exhale. Inhaling to release. And then that final one as we inhale. Exhale up. And then inhale, slowly down. And we're just going to come back up into standing. So you can just gently uncurl yourself. Nice and slowly. And then we're just going to take our final stretch as we take those feet nice and wide. Knees nice and soft. Hands in front as we inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, release. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. And final one here as we inhale and reach. Exhale, release. And relax. And well done. Fabulous work as always. Thank you so much for joining me. I can't believe that we've done 12 weeks. The time has flown by. Thanks so much for your feedback as well over the past few weeks. It's lovely to hear that people have still been able to keep up the Pilates practice and keep themselves going at home. It is my final Facebook live class,
So going forward, as of next week, I will be doing a Zoom live Pilates class 7 to 8 o'clock on a Thursday. So if you're interested, drop me a message. We'll be doing a whole hour, juicy 60 minutes of stretching and strengthening work with some guided meditation and some relaxation to finish at the end. So it'll be a similar format to my usual classes down at Cheadle Village Hall, and we'll be using the Pilates small equipment, so bands and your weights. So yeah, it'll be a great session. So yeah, I'll be putting more details up about that over the weekend, and most of all, go get yourself a glass of something cold. You've done fantastic, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Alright, bye bye!